senior in college in the spring, and I had the most crazy roommate experience. Like, this guy was wild. So, off the bat, when I met this dude, it was over email, and he just gave us his phone number. And that was really it until he told us that he was coming the day after we were to move in. So when we got there, the day before, me and my buddies who decided to live together, we got there the day before. But this guy got there the day after, and he was a random guy from the random pool because our friend became an RA. Our fourth slot became an RA and left us. So this guy comes in here and immediately sets up post in the common living room space. We had an apartment, to give you a perspective, an apartment with our own private bedrooms. And he had come in and just there's stuff all over the coffee table I brought, all over our couches and chairs and our dining room table, as I'd call it. And immediately right off the bat, it was like a week like that, but we didn't really care. It was the first week. We were all moving in. Crap was everywhere. And then it became 2 weeks that his stuff was all over the place. So we asked him, and he actually, he put it away when we asked him nicely the first time. And all was well and good till about October, when he started not liking us telling him to clean up anymore. Which he thought we were targeting him, but we weren't. And he would get angry at us and get mad because I would tell him to clean his dirty dishes that he would leave in the sink for 3 or 4 days at a time, and or his food that he would leave in the fridge weeks past its expiration date. So this behavior did not really change throughout the year until let's just say I started implementing consequences. So I brought a TV for the common room, and he would watch it till 2 or 3 in the morning, full blast, till turn down one night. He would, but then he would go out to smoke, and he would leave it on full blast at 3 in the morning. So I just go in and unplug the TV. It got so bad to when we had to leave campus for Hurricane Milton. I just took the TV back home with me, and that was that. So he started getting mad that there were, I called them the mini consequences, I would just take things away of mine that were communal, and that my other friends agree with me, yeah, let's just put this stuff, and if you guys want to use it, let me know. If you don't want to use it, then I'm just going to keep it in my bedroom. So he would start acting out, and would leave clean dishes. He would get angry at us if we asked him to clean things and throw things away. He would talk trash about us to his friends, but I'm gonna say we talked trash about him too, because he was dirtier than I've ever seen a person be. And let's just say that was just the tip. That was not even the tip of the iceberg. The worst of it was he liked to smoke the greens. And I'm not going to say, if you know what it is, you know what it is. But I don't want to get demonetized, so I'm not going to say it. But he would smoke in our apartment. And that specific plant that he would smoke is illegal in the state of Florida. And we were away for a break, and I came back, and it reeked of that plant in the dorm. So I immediately text group chat, and I literally said, hey, I know somebody's been smoking that plant in the dorm, and I never want it to happen again. You guys can do it outside for all I care what you do with your personal life is your choice. But do not smoke it in the apartment. If someone smokes it again in the apartment, I'm going right to campus. And I'm just saying, you know what? I know who it is, and I kind of just indirectly told him in the group chat. So that put an end to that plant. But then at the end of the year, he would leave these massive messes. Like he would spill pasta sauce on the counter and he wouldn't clean it up. And it would get to the point where it was like gross and crusty. And it would drip down the cabinets and crust to the cabinets. And at that point, I'm like, dude, you have to clean up after yourself. I have no problem with you as a human being. It's the fact that you don't respect our space and don't respect us as your roommates that I need you to actually do your job and just clean up after yourself. The floors would get sticky. I bought a Swiffer and would Swiffer the floors like every other day because of how much crap he would spill. So, all at the end of the year with all the cleaning issues and the food expiration. Thinking about food. So, he would cook. I don't know if you guys have ever witnessed the absolute horrors as it is to the smell of canned tuna being cooked in a microwave or a frying pan. But if you've ever smelled it before, then you know what I'm talking about. You know how bad it is. And you know that it is, it's just not something that you want to smell on a daily basis, and it smells absolutely god-awful. But, so, he would cook that, but he would cook it with this nasty bean and rice packet. So what he would do, and it would make the room smell awful, and I would leave every time he would do it, but he would put that rice, tuna fish, water in a skillet together, and it would just coat the dorm. Hold on. I need my drink. It would coat the dorm, and there's just the foul smell of stinky fish. And I would just leave every time. So, back to the main story. So, at the end of the year, he would just leave messes everywhere. And, like, as much as I'd say during the normal part of the year, it's not much of a problem. But, because, like, we can just clean it up or make him clean it up. But at the end of the year is when they do room inspections. And any grain of dust on the counter or speck of food, they will charge you, like, $50 for a quick wipe of the counter. And he would just not clean. So what I did at the end of the year, since he didn't clean, he actually destroyed one of my pots and pans. I'm actually gonna put a video of it, a picture of it right here. So there's the pot, and what it looked like. That was what the bottom of the pot looked like. If it's not there, that means that I accidentally deleted the photo before I realized it. But, so, he would leave it, he would, like, coat the pans in, like, this grease after, and they would just, like, be greasy, and, like, it would be washed, but they would still be, like, feels like someone, like, sprayed it with, like, grease. He would also put this weird chemical on the traditional, like, round style, like, burners, like, electric stove. The ones that get, like, red hot, not an electric one, but, like, not like the modern electric, but the old coils. And it would smoke every time you turn the stove off after he cleaned it. I think he put cooking oil on it. And what he would do is it would set the smoke alarms off every time I would turn the stove on to boil water. It would smoke and set the smoke alarms off. So at the end of the year, we were cleaning things out. It was the night before I left. He had not touched a thing. He had not cleaned a thing. He actually brought more food into the building. And I sent an email to the RAs. And I sent an email. I sent a text to the group chat and I said, hey guys, we had a lot of problems with cleaning this year. So I contacted the RAs. They're going to be coming by to do a is yours. Kind of make sure that you're responsible if you leave your mess behind. So I was going through his cabinet and just kind of putting everything in a bucket for him so I could clean the cabinets out. And when I put the stuff in a bucket for him, I found his bread. And this bread was old. Like, it had expired months ago. It was May, 2nd that I found it. The freaking bread expired November 16th. Again, if I have a photo, I'll put it right there. And I kid you not, it was like, the size of the bread was like the size of my wallet. And if you know what bread looks like, bread usually is like that big. And it was that big. So, I actually got into a glimpse into his room and how this guy lived. And it answered all of the questions. This guy had like a narrow pathway to his bed in a 11 by 9 room. Those rooms are tiny. They were very tiny. I'd say 11 by 7 even. So there was crap everywhere, garbage everywhere, and there was this odd foul smell that would come from the end of the apartment. And I was like, okay, where is that smell coming from? Because, if you've ever lived in a dorm before, you know they have their crappy smells and their foul smells. So I had that foul smell, and I looked for it, and I found that there was food, black trash bags full of garbage in his room, old juice, and beer bottles. He's 21, so it's okay, but there was so much garbage everywhere, and I'm like, dude, how do you live like this? So, moral of the story is, be careful who you room with in college. I know you don't have a choice of random roommates, but document everything if you ever get someone like that, because those photos, those text messages, and those letters can save your butt when it comes to the end of year penalty charges. So basically, if I were you, I would find your friends to live with, because I like to say I am under the impression that after the first year, you get the rejects as the random roommates as an upperclassman. And what I mean by the roommate rejects is, the people last year who are one person looking for random roommates. And those are the people that no one wants to live with. And it does show. So definitely be careful who you room with and document everything, and don't be afraid to reach out to your RAs if you need help. They're there to help you. And yes, I know ratting your roommates out isn't the best, but you know what? If they don't freaking clean and you've told them multiple times, just get someone else who will have a higher authority involved. Because you know what? If it gets bad, they could just kick the person out of the dorm and put them in another one. Or they can move you. I actually almost moved in with another buddy of mine, but I felt bad. Didn't want to leave my 2 friends that I wanted to live with that year. So, yeah, that is the crazy roommate story. And a few tips and tricks. Also a few tips and tricks on how to deal with messy roommates. If they repeatedly don't clean their messes up, make it so that they have to. So some things that I would say would be what I do to make him clean is I would hide certain things, and he would have to come up and ask me where it is, and I would be like, oh, here it is, I was using it. I would hide the kettle or one of the pans, and I'd be like, oh, while you're on it, clean your dishes out of the sink. And that worked. Another thing literally is just put it outside their bedroom, or if they leave food in the fridge for too long, or they leave crap on the counter, just chuck it and throw it away. So I did. He left tons and tons of stuff all over the floor in the living room. I put it in a pile outside of his door. He left food in the fridge for a week over. I just chucked it. I would chuck it, and it was where'd it go? I'm it was old and expired. I threw it away. So I I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider dropping me a big fat subscribe and let me know how was the video quality. Did you like it more? Did you like it less? This is shot on the new channel camera. I want to keep using this in the future because I don't like using the phone that much because this gets, I think, a lot better video quality and it's a lot easier because it's just a plug into my computer, plug into the editor, and then I'm done. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Also, I am on vacation this week, so that is why there's going to be very, very few live streams. So thanks for watching again, and I will see you next week. Bye.